If they could, if Leo could, Leo would have a parade every day. Doesn't matter how many people would be there, but they would be in the front row. They'd be the guy with the big hat, guy or gal with the big hat, with that big old baton thing, leading the charge. And then also, while they're leading the charge, they'll be on the biggest float in the back. Like, MAK3A wish, man. It's MAK3A wish, ma'am. MAK3A wish, damn. Yo, 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 yo. We are about to get started with this whole Leo talk sun sign episode. But before we do that, let me let you know that I need your help to do me this favor to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, because we would like to help more people get this information so that we can make the world a better place. And we're gonna do this like only you could prevent forest fires. Only you can help me help us make the world better. So with that being said, let's get to the next episode and go. Welcome back to another episode of the House of Aquarius podcast. It is your favorite host, your favorite Aquarius, Make a Wish here, about to bring you another one, sun sign episode. This time we're going to be speaking about our good friends, the Leos. Shine like a diamond, so bright, so illustrious, So I got my hat on so I can cover my eyes a little bit. The brow sits low. You know what I'm saying? Leo. Duality. Masculine. Triplicity or element fire. Quadruplicity. Fixed. The Leo's ruling planet is the sun. And I don't know about you, but that is one hell of a fitting planet, because it's the center of the solar system. And it's like everything revolves around the sun. And they just stand there like, I'm the sun. Praise me. And if you didn't know, the symbol of the Leo is the lion. The lion's pride. And oh boy, pride is something that's very prominent with them. You'll see as you talk further into this if you don't already know. The ruling body part for the Leo is the back, spine, and the heart. The three things that let you know that they ain't no coward. They about that life. They want all that smoke, Now I do apologize because I didn't do it for the other signs, but I will start this time. Leo's polar opposite, Aquarius. And let me just say that polar opposite isn't exactly what you may think, because the term has a very bad moniker by itself. I will get further into that on my TikTok. MAK3A Wish 1. One of the biggest prominent traits known for Leos is the loyalty. Loyalty. They are loyal to their friends, to themselves. That order may flip-flop around, but very loyal. That being said, the lion, just like the king of the jungle, has a territory they roam and rummage and lay around on and rule with iron fist. Same way with these Leos. They take great pride in the land that they own. When we say territory, the territory could be the job, career, could be the family, could be the house, could be the location, like city, wherever, whatever it is that brings them great pride and joy to be a part of. And it's really hard to separate the two of those. So that's one of the reasons why Leos have a habit of being stuck in certain things. It could be like if the territory they feel is a relationship, they could be really stuck in a long relationship for regardless how good or bad it is. Well, good or bad, how bad it could be. Toxic relationship, you know. A career that's not really taking them anywhere, not really doing what they need to do. They could be stuck there because that is what they claim as a kingdom, you know. Leo is a fixed sign, so there are times when it's hard to move them. Leos are very well known for commanding the attention of everyone in the surrounding area. When they enter a room, you know that they came in the room. Depending on how outgoing they may be at the time. I'll just also say this while I'm here that we're talking again strictly sun signs. The other parts of the charts are not mentioned at all. At the base, the foundation, this is Leo stuff. Walk in the room, they command the attention. If they know a group of people, they will try to take over the leadership role. If there's jokes being said, they probably had the loudest laugh to make sure you know that they're in the room. All eyes on them. everything that the Leo does is done in a big way. They have a knack for being flamboyant. And I don't want to get too far into my personal thoughts yet, but they tend to have a very bold look to them when they're out in public. Like you know there's a Leo around when the Leo's around. And the good thing about that is even though they're commanding attention, they tend to have a very enthusiastic personality that actually draws people towards them. For the most part, they have a very, very good, kind, genuine heart. They have a very, like I said, electric personality. People just want to be around them because they make you feel good. Like I was saying with the loyalty thing. If you are a friend of a Leo, a true friend of the Leo, and the Leo respects you in the way of calling you a true friend, there is very little that they will not do for that person. Shirt off the back, drive 60 miles to go pick them up or give them a thing of gas. Leos are the kind of people who will call and text you randomly out the blue just to make sure you're doing okay. If they haven't heard from you for a little bit, they will just call or check up on you. They're the kind of people who like to uplift other people. And that's a very, very good thing, especially having a good friend. But on that note, though, there's also the stuff that they give to others. They like to make sure that stuff comes back around to them too. And I don't want to sound too negative when I say this. It's an ego / pride thing. They drastically need that reciprocation back in their life. Not for pure selfish gains, but the thing is, they have a That's the best way to say this. They need the validation to know that they're doing a good job, and what they're doing is appreciated from other people. Or otherwise, they doubt they're doing the right thing. They doubt that their efforts are going unappreciated. That's one thing that they don't want. they're very confident, but they drastically desire support to make sure that they're keeping their face right. That's why everyone needs support from someone. And Leos are built with that a natural, a greater desire for that to be known. Because they're always there for their friends, but they also need someone to be there for them. That cannot be a one-way street, otherwise your Leo, your line will definitely bypass you because they feel unappreciated. And like I said, it may or may not be felt with malice towards them, but that's how they take it as. Like they will never ask for it. They'll never ask for that appreciation. They'll never ask for your thanks or you to say thanks. Unless maybe it's a really intimate relationship, maybe. But it hurts them. It hurts them deeper than what you would expect. Now Leos are also top top three. I would say top three. They tend to be known as the spenders of the zodiac. We already covered one, the Taurus. We didn't get to this other one yet, the Libra, and our good friends, the Leo. The three zodiac signs that have the best taste in spending habits, or most biggest desire for spending habits. They desire great things. There are things they want to live a lavish life, regardless of the actual income and or budget they're on. They want that top shelf stuff. Not saying it's a bad thing, but they feel that they deserve the best. That they deserve the best. That's the best way to put it right there. And so they want to get the best. Not necessarily saying that's like a egotistically driven thing or narcissistic thing, but that's just how they are. They're typically born with a great feeling in life that there's supposed to be something great, marvelous, big. And so their personality drives them to want to achieve that. And it's actually, when we go to things like let's say like just careers or any team-oriented thing, they tend to be the leader. They tend to want to be a leader because they feel like they're in charge. And they want to take charge so that things go the way that they feel it should go so they can be successful. They have let's say they have a high passion to make sure that they're known for doing a great job and make sure things run to a way to it can accelerate their growth as a person or as a career or whatever it is. Leos are the type of zodiac sign who cannot, but do not work their best alone. They work amazing in group settings. They thrive off of social encounters because that helps feed their ego, helps make them happy. I mean, that's what's one that I gotta be careful when I say this is that the ego-driven motives they have aren't necessarily for purely selfish reasons. It's their emotional sensation towards it. Leos are very emotional in a sentimental way. They feel good, they feel hard, they feel strong. And that's why one thing you don't want to irritate or get a bad side of Leo. Because the way they feel, if you do something wrong, they feel slighted, or you say something towards them or do something towards them that makes them feel like they're in the wrong, where they should feel bad. That's when they bear their fangs. And if you give them the confrontation, do not expect them to back down, because they're not the ones to back down, because they feel like you attacked their pride. And unless you apologize, there's a good chance that that's going to end very, very, very negatively for your relationship. At some point in time, they do calm down. They will let it go, but that's not something that is a typical trait for them. They don't want to hold on to the negativity, but they won't forget the hurt that you've given them, unless you come back and apologize and mean it wholeheartedly. Leos love flattery and compliments. That's one of the best ways to get their attention. But they can see right through the bullshit. So if you're just feeding them shit just to get something out of them, they'll see it in a heartbeat. So they can read people well. The thing about Leos is that they love to be in the spotlight. It's an innate yearning for them to be in front of everyone. So like I said, if they're leading, it's very common to find them on things that may put them on stage or in front of a whole lot of people. Competing or not competing, singing, dancing, stacking cups, whatever it is, they love the attention. They love to be in the front row. If Leo could, Leo would have a parade every day. Doesn't matter how many people would be there, but they would be in the front row. They'd be the guy with the big hat, or guy or gal with the big hat, with that big old baton thing, leading the charge. And then also, while they're leading the charge, they'll be on the biggest float in the back. Like, spotlights shining right there. Hollywood sign got nothing on them, you know? That's just something that appeals to the Leo. Nah, I'm a little over exaggerating there, but yeah, that's just one of the things that they do like being in the spotlight. They do like having the attention on them. Provided it's positive. One thing about Leos, like I said before, they're very, very kind-hearted. They're very generous. They're very, very loving people. And when you're inside the circle, when you're one of their friends, they really do wish the best for you. They want you to make it. And if you're out with them and they're being themselves in the spotlight, whatever, don't think that they don't want to share the spotlight, because they are willing to share the spotlight with you, especially having a good time with them. But don't try to outclass them, because now you might have a competition, and that outclassing them might hurt their pride a little bit, and now they have to go over the top of you, and now it's a big old battle. So I don't advise the Aries go have fun with them in a combative way. They feel like they're destined for something important in life, so anything they do, when it means something to them, they want to make sure they do it at an extremely high level, because the biggest critic is actually themselves. Like I said, they're very confident from the outside, but on the inside though, they need that reassurance that they're doing the right things, that they're helping for people that need help. Other people is actually doing something good, that they're going to make they're going to make their legacy in the world somehow, some way. And if they're not doing that, they don't want to let themselves down, so they have high standards for themselves. Now, one thing I like to say is run down some of these pros and cons. Like, one thing with them, they're very enthusiastic. Very enthusiastic. They bring a lot of energy with them. And most things you want to do in life, party, shindig, relationships, on the stage, social gatherings, or whatever it is. Leos are very creative. That's one thing. Like I said, it takes a lot to put yourself on stage, singing songs, overcoming adversities in some kind of sporting event. Like I said, dancing, busting a move, showcasing art. I didn't even get that. Oh man, big sculptures and stuff, creativity. Very generous people. If they could, if you needed it, they would give you the shirt off the back. And then go buy a new fancier one for themselves, you know. I'm joking, but yeah, very generous people they are. Flamboyant. The one thing that, like I said, it's if you're not looking for a Leo, you may not see this, but I hate to get into it, but every Leo that I know does things in a big way. Like it's like they're all from Texas. Flamboyant to the T. Depending on what they're doing, you know, but dominant. They like to dominate things. That's can be a very, very good thing. They like to be in control. But that can also be a bad thing too. They take charge to make sure everything's going the right way. But if they're not in the helms, or if they're not getting the control they want, that can be very negative. Which on that note, hop to the cons. Like I said, they can be very, very dominant. Like I said, depending on the level of the person and their negative side, that could be very bad, very detrimental for relationships. That could, like I said, it's boyfriend to girlfriend, girlfriend to boyfriend, any kids, any person who could be equals or less than them at their office space or their job, whatever. The flex is real. Because Leos like to be in the spotlight and to show a lot of confidence, can also be misconstrued as arrogance and self-centeredness, along with narcissism. Those are unfortunately one of the fine lines that get teetered on. Because if you're not finding joy in what they're doing, then you're automatically put into a negative category. And like I said, more often than not, it's not with malice. That's just betraying the arrogance to make themselves more appealing and helpful to the rest of the people out there. People love confidence. People love a good leader. And sometimes, if not all the time, the Leo has to rise to the occasion. Because Leos are not the order takers. They are the order givers. They can definitely work under direction, but they work best in charge. Leos can also be very needy. That goes hand in hand with the desire for the validation from the people. Because if they're not getting what a proper reaction to the positive things you're doing, it can really have them brooding over their thoughts and how if they're doing anything the right way. And that could turn the positivity into a negative lifestyle, you know. That's what I say with that one. The word needy is a little subjective because they're needy, like needing people. I mean they do need people. This is a social thing here for what I'm talking about. But they don't need people to do the thing. But that's one thing I'm gonna get to in my personal relationship stuff with this. All right. And also one thing, like I was saying about the groups being the person in charge of the group, that when they're giving their all to their friends, whatever, they do not like the friend giving to someone else the same adoration and attention that they want from them. So with that jealousy comes into play, and that can help. Like I said, that can wound the ego. So you might have a nice conversation about that at some point in time. And that also could lead to showing their temperamental side. They don't like to be angry, but if you wound that pride and that ego, you are going to see the fangs. Now, my favorite part of all these sun sign things, my personal experiences with the Leos. So if you didn't already check out my Love Talk episode about Leos, I'm sorry, not about Leos, about my relationship with a Leo woman, I have no idea why I slowed down that part. But my relationship with a Leo woman, check it out. You get some extra insight for how my Leo was different according to other parts of her birth chart. But I said, my personal experience with Leos. Leos are the one, okay, this is for all of my female Leos. All across the board. Exactly the same. Except one that I can think of. I mean, they all have had problems with relationships. It's hard for them to find significant others or long-lasting boyfriends because one of the biggest things that I tend to notice with them is that every single one always very independent. Very, very independent. I love that about them. They all can hold their own, take care of themselves, have the houses, the cars, all the finances in order, and all the luxurious stuff they be having, they want to have. They have all that. They have their kingdom lined up perfectly, steady, greatness. And then they get in a relationship with someone, and they're happy for a bit, and then they fall apart. Because what happens is all these people are coming into this woman's kingdom, and they're trying to change things or do things outside of what the Leo woman wants. And so what happens at some point in time, they break up and they find themselves single. Most of my female friends over the course of my lifetime are independent, strong women who are single. That's literally like across the board. No disrespect to them, because they're all great people. But it's hard. A lot of men have a hard time being in a relationship with a Leo woman if they're not ready to not necessarily be submissive or submit, but compromise to what's going to be happening or what to expect with this strong, independent woman. Career-minded, focused, whatever it is, they are on top of the game, and men can't handle that. And so, like I said, guys come and go, and they go back to doing their independent thing. If you're going to be with a Leo woman, I should be pointing this into my love talk stuff, but if you're going to be with a Leo woman, you have to be willing to compromise, work together as a team, or help them grow better, while possibly putting away your stuff and not fucking up their shit. Because they won't have that. They won't have that one bit. Now, for my Leo guys, unfortunately, I don't really have too much to say with this one. Because I did more talking through the course of my life of getting birthdays, and it's easier for me to get a woman's birthday. I talk to more women, and they're more free to talk and be more open to things than guys. And so I only have a few guy friends I can think off the top of my head. But the thing to say about them is that literally the things that are basically standard stuff for Leos. Loved the attention. They were great. They were doing things, like I said, on stage, performances, or whatever. Loved being in charge, honestly. Very all across the board. Be in the spotlight. Sentimental. Like, definitely the pride things there. But like one of them, actually, I just found out just one of my guys I follow for gaming. Not my friend directly, but I called this so long ago before I found out what he was. Like, man, this guy's so like prideful, like a lion. He's like the top of the game for what he does. The game he's in. Like literally. Like top 3 in the world. But yeah, no. Like I said, all across the board too. Every single Leo I'm talking about though, they're generous, kind, giving, super helpful, love their friends, there for you, text you, talk you, all that good stuff. It's amazing. I don't want to say that you can't find a better friend than a Leo person, but I haven't talked to you about Pisces yet. So, oh man, it's crazy. But yeah, no, I really have nothing really bad to say. Because with Leos, because like I said, they agree temperamental. Oh yeah, that's for me personally. I have a not really hard issue, but as an Aquarius, my natural reaction to emotions is awkwardness. But they definitely need someone to help support them. And when we're doing things in a not emotional setting, we have great times. I love all of my Leo friends. Great conversationalists. Always entertaining. Fucking love it. Just remind me, I need to reach out to a few of my Leo friends again. Since then, I probably got blacklisted when I talked to them for a while. Oh man. But yeah, no. Leos are great. Great people having in their lives. Great people having your lives. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode of House of Aquarius podcast. Just the normal thing you need to do. If you know someone, I hope this relates to someone you know, or it helps you get along better with someone you know. And if you did, that'd be great. Let me know in the comments below. Share this information with someone that you think could benefit off this too, because that'd be fantastic. Because all I want to do is help the world have better relationships, so everyone can be happier at the end of the day, So go out there and hug your Leo friend, because I'm pretty sure they will appreciate that. My friends, stay classy. Be you. See you in the next one.